It's been a long while, but alas, we come to our initial debut. I will be the voice for the next series of episodes that'll comb over everything from game development logs surrounding the Surreality franchise, theories, and plans amongst a few other details here and there. Today, we will be breezing over the current state of affairs. As it stands, Project Surreality has been on a hiatus for months, dragging out to the new year. A video was posted earlier briefly going over the subject, however, a few matters were left unaddressed. Some of you may be wondering, if game development is intended to continue, where are we going to start? Is this still going to be 2D or 3D? Are we still using Unity, or something else? How is it going to be funded? The efforts will start with Project Blue. Project Blue is a single-player RPG RTS experiment that follows a kineticist, a person with specialized telekinetic prowess over the elements, as they investigate a mysterious menace haunting their home village in a medieval setting. As they come to realize that their power may not be enough, they call upon willing combatants to coordinate their efforts, or face extermination. The project is intended to be 2D, and while it is tempting to stop and search for another game dev software that may better suit it, we will be staying with Unity, though RPG Maker is still being considered for a minimal viable product, for testing purposes. Funding is the most intimidating part of this endeavor, but as it stands, Patreon and patience are our best options for the time being. Money is being put aside on Screwcade's end to accommodate the costs associated, but it may require the better part of the year before that funding alone becomes anything close to finishing Project Blue. On the subject of completed works, there are currently several iterations of Surreality demos created with both the Dreammaker engine, within the Beyond suite, and Velocity engine. While they were far from a playable state, they still have assets worth application in future projects. This should allow for a starting ground, sprite-wise, allowing us to focus on the programming aspect. There was an attempt to have a minimally viable product with the Unity engine, using a third party. However, despite the monetary investment made on the aforementioned party, with extra money provided to accommodate the creation of 3D models, the third party provided us with an incomplete and inaccurate model of a spitter. Other character models provided were unrelated to the project entirely but were still slipped in the form of cyber-zombie police officer character models, complete with police cap and uniform. When this was discovered, it was immediately called out to the infringing party. However, since the transaction had already gone through, there was very little that we could do. For a first-hand look into this, feel free to look in the description below for the download link. The controls will be covered in a provided README text file. Briefly departing from the subject of game demos, there is the matter of Julia's website. It was taken down for transference and reconstruction under a different host provider with the intent of having a game embedded on the site itself. Unfortunately, the efforts and costs surrounding that ended up being delayed with complications from Screwcade's end, leaving this, a page that might as well be blank. Unfortunately, this implies that it'd be best to move to something simpler at the cost of customizability like our former host provider webs.com or something more well-known like Squarespace. This will allow us some form of medium to showcase our updates. A downloadable client for Project Blue and all others after it seems optimal, and likely our course of action. So far, that sums up where we are breaking a hiatus, addressing deviations that led up to it that weren't covered in the announcement prior, and dusting off the foundation we've worked on already. To give supporters and patrons closure, as well as hopefully speed up the process, the current plan forward is Twitch. We are looking into having a small party of programmers showcase their work live on Twitch, and stream it on through our Discord channel. Our Patreon will be dusted off and used to support our programmers' endeavors. As money comes through, it'll help us pay our programmers to keep the project afloat, and the vision alive. If you have any ideas or suggestions concerning our efforts, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. Our next episode will cover the concept behind the Surreality franchise project, and more specifics surrounding Project Blue. Show your support with a like, and subscribe to stay tuned for future posts. Until next time.